Now, we did hear that apparently there's going to be another Sith that does appear in this. That got teased, I think, by Leslye Headland at some point. So there is going to be another Sith Lord that appears in this show, which that's not a surprise to me. I don't think it's going to go in depth. I think it'll just be like an appearance or something, or somebody like for no fucking reason igniting their lightsaber like we've seen over and over and over again. But we did hear from Leslye Headland herself.
That's Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant. In case I've never said that on this channel, just trying to inform the audience.
That's true. We did hear from Leslye Headland in the aftermath of, the big reveal of episode 5, the twist that literally everyone could see coming, that some media people had been saying it was a Game of Thrones-esque twist. Not exactly a surprise. But now Leslye Headland is saying, you know what? I've got a lot of great ideas for season 2 of The Acolyte. The Acolyte creator Leslye Headland talks about possible season 2.
Yes. Let's go.
Jeremy, you do want that.
Absolutely.
You've asked for another season of Disney Star Wars.
I want 5 seasons of The Acolyte. I need all the diversity because I need all the Star Wars, because that is my favorite Star Wars, all the Star Wars.
Yeah, and this is obviously a big interview in the aftermath of episode 5 where some of the big spoilers are revealed. I do think they are now kind of desperate to drum up more interest in what's going to happen in these next few episodes now that reveal has happened. So that's one of the reasons they're like, another Sith might appear. That's one of the reasons, like you asked earlier, somebody asked about the Kylo Ren music that was playing in a little scene, just like 7 seconds of Kylo Ren theme playing when Chimera was on screen, and she's like, "Oh, there's a reason for that, but I can't get into that as of yet." And who knows? But there is one thing: she wants a season 2. You've mentioned a possible season 2. So not knowing when you crafted this, how many seasons you're going to get, did you craft a firm season finale ending like Obi-Wan Kenobi? Or is it teen up, more story to come like the way Ahsoka ended its first season? And I do agree with her philosophy on this, however. I'll tell you my philosophy on first season. Something I've noticed in first seasons will end on what should have been the break into Act 2. It feels like everyone's really expecting to get a second season, and I don't feel like that's a good idea. I think you should put everything you can into the first season, give the audience a nice resolution that feels satisfying, but enough nods to mysteries that you would want to see a second season. And this is
that's not a bad answer. It's not
no,
a bad
I think that's
answer.
a good answer. But then this is the part that I thought was a little bit strange, because she gets into, there's 4 or 5 mysteries that she says she wants to get into for season 2. And maybe a 3rd and 4th, who knows how long ago. But she specifically said, I have 4 or 5 mysteries for season 2 that I'm saving that I want to reveal to everybody. I don't know what those would be. I don't know what mysteries we have left. There's 2 things that need to get decided. One, actually some definition on who Chimera is. Is he the Sith apprentice? I think he's the Sith apprentice. I don't think he's the master. And also, how is this going to be kept from the Jedi? Is it a fucking cover-up or not? Because quite frankly, all the other mysteries she's interested in, nobody actually cares about. The one thing that nobody cares about in this entire show are the 2 lead characters. May and Osha, no one gives a fuck about them. People are just talking about the continuity issues and also the idea of Chimera's reveal. Like, is he a Sith? Is he whatever? But the main characters, Amandla Stenberg's characters, nobody really cares about any mysteries involving her or her family.
I don't know if people even care about the Sith and who's the apprentice. They just want to know so they can continue. Like, no one's invested in these stories at all. But we're really not we really don't care about the 2 main characters, to your point. But you know what I mean? But there's just
the only thing people care about is how badly does it fuck up Star Wars?
Yes, that's really
those are the things that people care about that we're arguing about right now.
Yes.
Not anything involving the actual characters themselves.
I agree, because there's nothing actually interesting about this show or the characters or the story that they're telling. There really isn't. Like, I'm not saying that there isn't anyone out there that is not interested. I'm talking about in general, though, that there's just no real true passionate discussions out there. The only people that are actually quote unquote excited about this show seem to only want to show their excitement in order to own the chuds. Have you noticed that? They're like, I like this show, even though the racist and the sexist have a problem with it. I like it. It's like, if you like it, who cares what the racist and the sexist think? Why not just be excited for the show that you claim that you're into? But they seem to have to frame it as I'm excited and the racist and the sexist and the chuds aren't. Okay. All you're showing is that you're just trying to push out there that you love this show because it has all the diversity in it, and that all these people that you've claimed are toxic fans hate it. So you're trying to pretend that you love it more than you do. It's a strange dynamic. I just don't see any real actual discussions going on about how this impacts the story, how this impacts the story moving forward. What's the next steps? All you hear about is how bad is this going to continue to affect the continuity of Star Wars. That's all people care about.
Yeah, no one's really attached to these characters at all, and that is the problem. That's like the core problem with this show, is nobody cares about the story that they're trying to tell. We're interested in these other little things that are fucking up Star Wars.
And more people are interested in watching Disney Star Wars get roasted than actually watching Disney Star Wars. That is the truth.